afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Dandenong Club for the Dandenong Club 12,000. My name is Peter Susovich, and with me is Ian Hoskin as we just modify some volumes.
Looks like we're just waiting for Pidge to adjust his attire.
There we go there.
Right. Perfect. Good. Okay. So we're in the first game of the finals on rink one, and we've got the bowler who's becoming fairly familiar with the camera over the last few weeks in Pidge.
We are away, folks, so sorry about the challenges there. We've just got some camera angles to adjust. Some late contestants coming in as Francis bowls his last bowl of the end.
Yep.
Lands it fairly nicely.
So it looks like Frankie is holding 2 on the changeover.
And then can you explain a couple of the rules there for the listeners?
Yeah, sure. So each game is 6 ends. There's no dead ends, so the jack will be spotted on the tee. And after each game, the draw is a modified draw. So basically, the 16 teams will split into 2 halves after the first game, and the 8 winners will go into one half of the draw, and the other 8 will go into the other half. And after 2 games, we'll then have 4 winners, 8 that have won 1 game and lost 1 game, and then 4 that have lost both games. So again, there's a new draw, and the 4 that have won 2 games are automatically in the semi-final. So they're guaranteed a minimum of $800.
And a bit of a trick this year, not a trick, we'll call it an addition with tiebreaker.
Yes, yeah. So if we go to a tie break, basically it's 1 bowl each to determine who goes through as the winner for that particular game. We had a fairly unique situation on Wednesday night with the qualifying. We had all 5 teams with only 2 wins out of their 4 games. So it came down to a very close decision as to who went through and who didn't. And Pidge chasing his bowl down. He's got very used to being on the camera of late, since Yarraville Footscray's been in many of the Friday night games of late on their live stream.
Well, we're going up tonight against a match also in
Oh, yes.
So that's, of course, taken some bowlers away.
Yeah, so we've lost Ali Forsyth, Blake Nairn, J-By Norris, and a few others. So, there's some big names that are gone, but the number of big name players that are playing in it this year compared with the last few years is testament to how popular this tournament's now become. Right, so Pidge gets the last shot.
They'll pick up one.
It's one, yes. Yeah, he dragged it slightly sideways, otherwise he would have had two.
So we update the scoreboard there and get things moving along. Again, special thanks to our sponsors and bowl shop sponsors in BLK
Yes.
and Aero Bowls. Of course, down here at the bowl shop down at Dandenong, there's 20% off BLK
Attire.
so please pop on down. We'll display the office hours shortly in the shop hours, so everyone can come down and have a look. And also a great range, and I'm told the best range in Victoria of aero bowls in Victoria, so
Yes.
look forward to all those.
I can attest to that, being an aero bowler myself. Gus has put a nice one close there on the first bowl. Frankie trying to emulate. Yeah, very nice bowl, Frankie.
She's very nice. Gus has got that little tilt out of his wrist, hasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's had that action for quite a long time.
It's a bit narrow,
Yes,
isn't it?
yeah.
Close.
I was going to say, I thought Pidge might change him over to see if he can nudge Frankie out or move the jack back slightly.
He's got a bit of a target there, hasn't he?
Nice V shape. He hit either of his own bowls. Unfortunately, rink one does tend to hold a little bit on the ditch side, so without regular practice on it, it can catch you out with the first one or two bowls. And Frankie's corrected his line perfectly.
Oh,
So Frankie's holding one on the changeover. But with the back bowl, I'm sure that Pidge will put a little bit of weight behind this one. There it goes. Yep, good result.
that's exactly what they wanted, wasn't it?
Yeah, so he's holding two now.
Steve Brindle comes down after having a look at the end to see what could occur. He's got a bit of weight as well. Be off the
It's
line.
offline, yeah. He took a little bit of a hop part way down, which tended to take it offline.
He gets it from his umpiring. I think he umpires AFL.
He's bouncing him.
Still going around.
Oh, have you got enough on it? No worries. He's added a little bit of grass and unfortunately it's held it out. So the team from Yarraville Footscray currently holding two, with one bowl each left to come. Frankie's not quite hearing the questions there.
Of course, there's no dead ends as well.
Yeah. Good attempt. So, end result, 1 shot. So that puts the score at 2-0.
And a very quick format game, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Well, look, in the qualifying, you've got 5 nights, 3 sections, and you play 4 games in that 5-team section, and they're only 5 ends. So tonight we go to 6 ends. And if I recall, there wasn't many who actually won all 4 games on the qualifying. While they're putting these ones down, we've got Prem and Division 1 bowling their second last games this weekend, if I recall. But everybody else has got finals starting tomorrow. So good luck to anybody who's in the finals.
It is. So of course, I'm associated with the Mornington Peninsula, and there's some finals getting underway tomorrow. But Metro's still around left.
Yeah, for Division 1 and Prem, yeah. They've still got 2 more games. We've down where I bowl down in Geelong at the moment for Barina. We've still got 2 games left. And 1 and a measure.
Just on the face there, just looking at that there.
Yeah, the screen doesn't. It looks like it's 2, but sitting from here, no, it probably is still 2. But Gus is going to put a good one in here. Yep. Heartbreaker.
Anyone want to chuck some comments down? We're getting a couple through, so that's great. Nelson Bell, David Clark.
Clarky, okay.
Yep. Great to have you there. And also Troy Pinn. So we're going to just try and spread the feed over a couple of networks. And we'll just keep on having a chat.
Yep. Pidge playing his backhand. Either to add another one in or change the head slightly to take away the target. He's drawn second. This one's got a bit more venom in it. Oof.
Nice little clip there.
Had it landed that a little fatter, it probably would have taken the jack as well. Yeah, great bowl by Pidge. Just looking across the other rinks, there's pretty close games. A few 1-alls, 2-alls.
No blowouts.
No blowouts. When you get to this level, generally it's going to be very close. And last year we might have made it to the final, but we struggled to get an advantage in any of our games.
And numbers-wise, tell us about some numbers that came into the event. So you've had 5 qualifiers, or 4? 5 or 4?
So you've had 5 nights, 3 sections, so that's 15 sections. So you the winner of each section goes through, and then to make up the 16th team, you've got the best result of everybody else across those 5 nights. So that, in actual fact, was Ellie Forsyth, but they've had to replace their that team or modify the team because Ellie's got to play tonight. So. Would have been, yeah, 2, I think. Where are we? Frankie's showing again why he's a very good lead bowler.
Of course, down from, up from Rosebud on the beach. Frank and Steve. And of course, Gus and Brett over from the Western Suburbs.
Oh, great try, Gus. Just made the target a little smaller though. I would say more than half the players that are here tonight did not bowl in last year's finals.
I saw it, and that was the word before, was a lot of people were subbing. So
yeah.
just an update there with the score.
This is hanging a little bit. It's going to.
Well, they were a bit rushed getting here, weren't they?
Yes,
so that may have taken its toll, and no warm-up.
No, probably the majority of the bowlers have been here for at least an hour beforehand. Have as much warm-up as you like.
I was here at 4 o'clock, and there was a large amount, especially on rink 1.
Yeah. Well, it is the hardest rink to play on, and that's where they're all wanting to play. Ooh. So he's changed the head. He's now only 1 down after being 3 down, so that's a good result. Pitch looks like he's looking for a little trail. So that'll be 2 now. So every team playing tonight is guaranteed prize money. So it goes from 3,000 for first down to 200 for 15th and 16th.
Which is a great...
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah, great on behalf of the club and organising that. Guess what?
Oh, 3.
Maybe
3. They just got 3. Yeah.
Wow.
So that little tickle by Pidge couldn't be recovered. So yeah, 7-0 after 4 ends, so it's going to be very hard to come back from there, but it can be done. And because of the modified draw format, you could lose your first game and still come 5th. So you win your last 3 games, you could still finish up 5th. Ooh. It's finished in a good home too.
Question there from Brendan Anderson. Is that Johnny O'Donnell over on the next rink?
Yes, it is. It's from BJ.
So we'll get some score updates coming through. Terry Matthews there. G'day. Nelson Ball. Again, folks, any comments, please put them through on the Dandenong Club social media page. Good numbers coming through tonight, which is great. Also, good to mention that, and I think you guys might have had a visit down here at Dandenong from the Warilla Bowl Club last week.
Yes.
Well, it might have been the week before.
Yeah.
So coming down to Melbourne and look at all the roofing styles. So there we go. You might have copped them Sunday morning. We copped them Saturday afternoon after a nice travelling session.
Pidge putting down his bowl. It looks like they're holding 2 at the moment. And he's just been caught out by the rink 1 Devil on the ditch side, just not wanting to come back as far as the inside does.
Well, yes, I had some comments while we were sitting up on rink 1, but same goes for everyone.
Yep.
And some work going down on the bottom green as well.
Yes. They're redone that green. It's starting to look good. It's starting to look very good. Ready for next season. Yep. He's cut it back to 1 though. Not that will help at the moment.
Well, we said a couple of minutes ago scores weren't blowing out, but we got 7-0 here.
6-1 on rink 4. So it's got Rob Wilson on it.
And over on rink 8, is it?
Rink 7 is a 7-0 there.
We'll get some score updates there shortly. What we'll do with the flow of the night, folks, is once the match is concluded, we'll just take a short break, play some spiels, what's going on around town with bowls and all that. And then we'll cut straight back and have more of the action. We'll get some score updates of all rinks and get those over to you straight away.
It's just gone through again, so it looks like it's 2-0 here at the moment. Yep.
So that's really a dead end coming up now.
Yes, being 9 up. Best they can get 6.
Of course, coming up to the final end now.
Sticking to just slightly longer than 3/4 lengths. Seems to have paid off so far. So it's a very, very kind surface to bowl on.
And some regular maintenance on a green like this. They're normally stretched, aren't they?
Yeah. They need to be stretched because over the year while they're being used, obviously you've got a lot of traffic on them, and the carpet will move around a little bit, so it needs to be stretched to tighten it back up. And also to make sure that any activity, especially if you've got a lot of, say, barefoot bowlers on there, any lumps and bumps that might come out of that,
Drops,
are evened out again.
Nice from Frank there.
Yes. Corrected his weight very well. And Frankie's put another good bowl in.
So we have 2 there.
They're holding 2.
Maybe a count for the third. Maybe.
Yeah, from here it looks like it could be. It's definitely a measure.
It's surprising they started off last, but they've paced through it, and they're going to probably be the first to finish.
Yeah, well, Pidge has never been slow on the mat, and Frankie's not much slower. Okay, so Jack will now go on the tee.
So no dead ends.
No dead ends, which means they're now holding 3. Cut it back to 2, yeah. Yeah, just
Very nice.
it is. Technically the hardest shot in the game. Draw bowl after you've had a drive. Ooh.
Mark Dalton's asking how Ron Dalton's going. We'll just have a look very shortly.
Rotten Ronnie. Let's see if we can find a score for you. He's on rink 4.
just for the viewers at home, getting potentially an 11-0 lead, how does that work out going into the next round for this team here? If Gus and Brett?
It would put them on the top of the winning section based on shots. So basically being a modified draw, the 8 winners will be sequenced based on their shots up. And then a redraw is done on that. So the idea is to try and even the playing field out all the way through and give everybody a chance. But obviously it gives them a good leg in towards making the semi-final.
That's a great start for them, and that's really put them in the hot seat there.
Give them a lot of confidence, definitely.
So, folks, we're just going to finish off the scoring there, just so you get an idea. We're pretty sure that it's 11.
10.
He said measure. It was 4.
Yeah.
That is 6 ends. So the card's done again, or what happens with the draw now?
No, so we've got once everybody's finished, there'll be about a 10-minute break while we redo the draw for the second game. And then we'll know who's on this rink for that game.
So we'll just pan around to see what some scores are coming through there.
Well, I'll be able to tell you in a second how Ronnie's going. So, based on that, they must be up 6-1.
There's their mark, 6-1. A couple of other comments coming in.
So what have we got? We've got tight scores. Rink 3 is 3-4 after 5.
Rink 4, which I think is Karingal versus Dandenong, and that's 5-all at the moment.
That's Rink 5, yeah.
Oh, Rink 5?
Yeah.
Yep.
And Rink 3 is a composite of Keysborough and Barina versus Middle Park. And that's only one shot the difference with 1 in to go.
I'm not sure if Brit J goes up.
No, they're down.
They're down 1-6. So Brit Jago and John Curtin are down 1-6 at the moment.
Yeah, so Ron's bowling with Rob Wilson as a fill-in.
Ring 2, David Clark's asking. We'll just pan around.
Yes.
The four's just bowling now.
The score being 3-1 after 4, but
That previous game.
they started at least an end behind everybody else.
So what I might do, folks, is just drop the scoreboard there. Stop confusing everyone. So we've got 2.
So we'll soon know who's got what in a sec if somebody changes the board for us. Good. Okay, so they got the 2, so that makes them 5-1 with 1 in to go.
So seemingly in control there at the moment. Something major would have to happen.
And the pairing that Thor is playing against is the pairing that knocked us out on Wednesday night.
And from
One's from Druin and the other is from down towards Traralgon.
don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll get it, don't worry. It's all good. So we'll pick up the last end here, folks. They'll be coming in. Will you have to go off and do a draw, or no? That
I will in a couple of minutes, yes.
so we'll just wait for some final results to get through. So, folks, Ian's just popped off to look at the next round with Chris. Again, folks, any comments, chuck them through on the Dandenong Club page. So I suspect they want some scores going through that and updating. I might just pan around it and see if I can get some score just a bit bright in there. Again, thanks to BLK. Just remember, here at the Dandenong Club, there is a 20% off clothing and apparel. And don't forget Aero Bowls, the largest stockist in Victoria, down at the Dandenong Club shop. So please pop on down. As we see on all ends, just a handful of bowls left. So Thor's bowl now coming into shot now. Again, some great prize money on offer. Of course, the first prize, $3,000, offered tonight, with all rinks getting a share of the prize money tonight. Just following it up. Again, just for your information, we have concluded on rink 1. As you can see there, that match is over. And we've just skipped the rink and just looking on rink 2 at the moment. Geez, that's very nicely coming in. It might get a little bit of a clip. It does. So just going through the rinks at the moment. 5-1 on this rink at the moment that we've got on screen at the moment. Next door on rink 3, it is 4-all. Last end. looks like they've concluded the Brit Jago, John Curtin have gone down to Rob Wilson. And that was 6-1, I believe. Some calisthenics going on at the end there. Pigeon Gus went forward 12-0. So Troy Pinn, yep, 12-0 they've gone through. So just for your information there. And as we just pan out there, that concludes the match. And I believe maybe a two-shot end. So just to give you some score updates of what's going on. Matches in final ending. We'll just pan around here. So my understanding that was a tie break you just watched there, as it was 4-all. Of course, the last end finishing there. Right, folks, we're going to throw to a break from one of our sponsors, Bendigo Bank. You've been listening to RPPFM's coverage. We'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes. Actually, we might just hang on just for a tick, okay? There's a heap of you watching there at the moment, so we just might hang on until the next draw comes out. And what we might be able to do is just pan in and just see how that draw is. You're all getting wobbly at home, aren't you? When in doubt, have a look at what's going on. So some scores there. Their biggest one there is for Gus and for Brett. So they've taken a 12-0 lead in round one, which will put them into a very handy position. I can see that there's an 11-0 lead. I can't see that on any of the above rinks, so we'll have to find out some more information there. G'day to Lucas, Proto Pappas. Great to see you having a tuning in. So some draws just going into the system now. We'll have a match coming up for you shortly. Chris just giving us some direction on what's happening over the next period. So folks, we just might take a message from one of our sponsors. Just a bit of a look at what's happened at Malakuta over the recent journeys and trials and tribulations they've had down here. This is RPPFM Bowls. We'll be back shortly.
So Malakuta is surrounded by Karingal National Park, which is about 87,000 hectares, and it encompasses a range of vegetation communities and heaps of really unique flora and fauna species. Leading up to the fires, we had a lot of drought. Some moisture measurements were taken by DeWalt before the fires came through, and the moisture content was about the same as in the Mallee.
That year was really bad for bushfires. It was incredibly dry. We'd had drought for a few years, and of course, because of the dryness and the drought, we hadn't been able to do a lot of fuel management, so the bush was ready to explode. One of the things that impressed me straight after the fires was the way the community embraced the idea of setting up MADRA, which is the community-based organisation. And one of the things that made us feel that we could go with that idea was the fact that the Bendigo Bank came behind us immediately and offered its support, offered its financial advice. That was a huge relief to us. The money that would come from donations, and there have been a lot, would be in safe hands.
It's really important to support local communities in crisis because we're there for the local community. We're part of it, and it's part of our DNA. So we're there both after the immediate crisis and through the long term to help and support the community grow out. We've donated $4.3 million into the local community and the solar farm that is yet to be built.
Prior to the bushfires, Malakuta was powered by a single line over 240 kilometres long. We have had many issues with outages. Our power went out over 24 hours prior to the fire actually arriving. The solar farm is being built on East Gippsland Water's wastewater treatment plant to provide sustainable energy to this community. So the solar farm will directly contribute to the length of time that our microgrid will sustain itself. Without the contribution of the Malakuta Community Bank, so many organizations in this town would be unable to do what they are doing. And without their support, our lives here would not be what they are.
So nearly 2 years on after those catastrophic Black Summer bushfires, the bush is regenerating really nicely. You just go for a stroll anywhere around town or the national park and you're seeing amazing regrowth. The wildflowers are absolutely incredible now, and it's really awesome to see those species that we were a little bit worried about that may not recover after fire starting to recover.
We have people here who've retired, we have people here who are trying to set up businesses, we've had people here who just want to go fishing. Malakuta is a really unusual place, it's a very beautiful place. That's one of the reasons why people are here. That hasn't changed. People want to be here, people love to be here.
I'm very optimistic about the future. We want to stay living in a healthy, thriving, safe community for the rest of all of our lives. And we are working to make that happen.
There's a couple of really positive things that have come out of the community as a result of the bushfires. One is a real resilience. There's a growing optimism about how we reshape from here, given what's happened to us. A tremendously positive community spirit has arisen, even though we've been through tragedy.
My name's David Allen. I'm the chairman of the board of the Karingal Bowls Club in Melbourne, Victoria.
I'm Philip Crowder. I'm the bowls operations manager at the Karingal Bowling Club, which is home to the wonderful Sky Dome. Well, I think it was David, if I can give David credit for that. We are actually on Sky Road, S-K-Y-E. So it's a play on the street name, Sky Road, as in Sky Domes.
We made the decision to go with a canopy because we want our members to be able to play bowls all year round. We want our working members to be able to play after hours. So with our canopy, we can play bowls from sort of 8 in the morning till 10:30 at night, basically 7 days a week.
With people in the local area actually seeing the construction, we have that many social and actual members now that saw the construction, were fascinated by it, and they've actually come in and become members of our club.
It's had tremendous advantages for the club, particularly we're in the middle of winter right now, and 2 years ago this place would have been dormant because we closed for 5 months of the year, and now we're open 24/7. It's been fantastic.
As Bowls Operations Manager, I've now implemented a winter bowls program, which also includes our Super League, which is an evening competition with $10,000 prize money, which has brought bowlers all the way from Gippsland and plus people towards the inner city as well. So it has been fantastic in that regard. So we have pretty well something going every day, whereas before there would be no one here other than the people coming to our gaming facility.
We recently had a state test match here, which is a great honour for a club. It's very rare for a small club to be given.
Thanks to our sponsors there. It was great to have them on board. So we've got a match coming up now. Of course, 2 previous winners as Karingal and Zeno, and they're up against Thompson and Riva. So as we know, no roll up in the match here. It's straight into it. Hoping to get Ian. Yes, he's back.
All right.
Folks, we're back into it.
This is going to be a very, very interesting match.
Tell us why, Ian.
Well, you've got some very good singles bowlers, let alone the fact that you've got basically Division 1 everywhere. So we've got Zeno and Karingal versus Thompson and Riva.
Surprises coming from the first round?
No, not really. You would have thought that pretty well most of the first game winners were expected. Trish Cullinan, I suppose, is probably the odd one out, maybe. And maybe Maddie Curter, I suppose, bowling with Brennan. That's a pretty good pairing to not win.
Well, everyone at home, you'd be glad to know that the pace has slowed down a bit. And we do have a time to take a breath between stepping onto the mat.
Yes, Nate's a very, very methodical bowler.
It's interesting, they've all got their own techniques, haven't they?
Yes, yeah, both with the mat and with the bowls themselves. Yes, not everybody's an Aaron Wilson. Yes, it's a very, very good start. Putting pressure onto Nate straight away.
Well, there's an advantage here. If we're pushing the jack out here already, and we go back to the tee, they're back at advantage. So.
Yep. And it's probably made it a little bit easier because there was bowls on either side of the jack coming in, so he's opened up the one hand now.
Yes, we've settled down, folks.
Just the cameras.
Surprisingly, we went to a break. We come back from a break, and there's more people coming on and joining us. So we'll try and get some scores out of the Metro division, see what's happening there.
Hello, Mr. Spencer. Graham saying hello to me. Oh.
How's that, folks? That might be a bit better.
Technical gremlins getting us.
Again, folks, any comments, please put them through on the Dandenong Club page. Some big numbers are rolling up.
Jack to their ball. Jack to their ball.
Now, I'm pretty sure Zena's, the group of Zena, they finished on a tie break.
Yes, so we've had our first official tie break. So one bowl each, and
4 bowls.
the head changed 3 times with the 4 bowls. So it was near enough to a resting toucher with the first one. Second one changed the head again, and the third changed it. So, but all accounts from the guys was that the tiebreaker was very nerve-wracking, especially when you're not used to practicing that type of situation.
Well, we saw the disappointment there come through, so again, we're just on the first end.
I believe it's only one. Two.
So that looks close enough for a measure. Of course, if you're up to anything tonight, folks, all the best. But if you're not, feel free to come down to the Dandenong Club, band on in the main reception.
Okay. Zeno. Yep.
Just placing the jack.
Ooh, I think that's gone for a swim. Yes. For a bowler who's very, very good at playing singles, you'd expect him to be able to roll the jack a little bit better than that. Sorry, Nate, but I've got to give you a jab.
There was a fair bit of heat on that one.
Yes. The guys are getting used to the cameras being there. They're continually starting to look behind their back now.
Well, I've noticed throughout the live streams, for the last 3 years, the awareness is there now.
Yeah.
So people are picking it up and letting people share their vision at home and seeing the great numbers.
Yeah.
Move forward there, saying go middle park.
Yeah.
And I think they got one on the last end.
Two.
Two?
Yes.
So we'll just update the...
Yeah, they won the measure for the second shot.
There's some bands playing in the background. Just turn the effects microphone down just a touch, folks. So,
unfortunately, the door inside is directly behind rink 1, so we will get some volume coming out. I'm trying to keep it as low as possible. Very good bowl for his third bowl by Nate. Sitting about 20 inches behind the jack. At half a metre.
just going around and having a look at other scores. So nothing major at the moment. Rob Brown, I believe, is up one shot.
Looks like our winners on game one. Brett Marnie lost the first end of the second game 3-0. So, but he's holding shot. He's holding one on this one.
So you're saying he could be down at the moment, Brett and Gus?
He's down 3-0 after one end, but he's holding shot on this end.
Gordo just a bit narrow there.
Yep.
John Fleming looking for a score. We'll get a score update just shortly. And can you tell me that Blair Davison got on? Nice little clip there.
Middle Park team still holding one.
Just resting through there. I say Brett and Gus might have picked up another one there. No? Yes, they have. Just trying to get a Fleming score for you at the moment. We'll have details shortly.
So it's So Fleming and Payne 3 to McIsaac and Marnie 1 after 2 ends.
So there you go, John. Boys are up. Also a win there to Rob Wilson.
And on our show rink, it's 1 and a measure to Middle Park. I don't think he's sent it, has he?
So another 2 shots.
Another 2 shots, yes. So that'll make it 4-0 after 2 to Middle Park.
So shot coming in. It's just going to hold up there.
Yeah.
Looks to be placing it out the back there, and we'll have plenty of room at the rear. Offer some protection, especially around the tee, which is great.
Yeah, it's interesting, he played the narrow side. I suppose he was worried about the bowl on the way in.
David Clark saying, good to see Dean with his sponsor's shoes on.
For those who are familiar with them, unfortunately we don't have Neville Brown with his shoes tonight.
I'll be able to get a photo, you never know. Send your photos in, folks. Just resting around the edge again. Again, thanks to BLK and their apparel here at the Dandenong shop, and also Aero for their comprehensive range also at the Dandenong shop. So please come down and have a look at the range here. And told that it's the biggest range of Aero in Victoria. So please come down to the shop here and have a look. Holding a nice line, just might fall short.
Still a measure for shot at the moment.
Bit of distance there, isn't there? So it's wide open.
Yeah.
Some dancing behind the mat there.
See if Gordo can change it. He's just going to fall short.
Yep. Plenty of width here. He's got plenty of room to move.
If he doesn't wreck on it. Bowler's struggling a little bit on rink one with the line, unfortunately.
Is that closest to the channel just on the side here? We'll see what happens here.
This is a lot better line.
Jeez,
That will be shot.
That might have it there. It'll be definitely a measure. But still plenty of room to move. So, some scores going around. Look to see Rob Wilson making
Ronnie
some inroads.
just dragged the jack off, potentially 2 down to 1 up.
Jeez, it's on.
Well, that's gone out, so the jack will be back on the tee, which will probably mean 2-0. Two shots.
One bowl.
One bowl to come. Yeah, all the other bowls are now a good 2 metres short of the jack, so the one in the ditch should just about count, I would think.
Going very wide.
Very good pace.
That'll take it.
Yeah.
And we'll put it
Well
on the
bowled.
board.
So that'll make the scores 4-1.
And that's after 3 ends and give them the mat. Ian, much else happening down the Dandenong Club of late and what's coming up?
Well, they've got their Division 1, both Division 1 sides obviously playing tomorrow, but they have 2 other sides playing in their first finals tomorrow. One here and one away, because unfortunately with only 1 green and having one of their top sides here, they have to play the home game away.
And how are those teams going at the moment?
So the number 1 side is doing very, very well. Unfortunately, the other Division 1 side's not performing quite as well, and may be in the relegation zone.
Oops.
But I think it's their 3rd and 5th sides have both got home games, so they finished in the top of their sections in their division.
So coming to a very interesting stage as we just look at the scores coming in from the Altona MCC match, and see the scores at 25-22, and that's after 24 ends. So some very tight there at the moment. We'll keep you updated on scores as we keep on going.
Mr. Clark, you're asking where I am playing. I'm playing at Barina in Geelong. So I'm a Badger, which the club is about 600 to 800 metres from the Geelong football ground.
All right, Virginia Park.
Yeah, yeah. So as you go into, just as you get to the lights near the ground, you turn right instead of left into the ground, and we're just up on the left-hand side.
Very well, and takes it. Very well.
Very good ball.
So the instruction there is, for Gordo is take it with a forehand, push the jack out.
Yeah.
It's interesting, 3 on each side. So
yeah, Nate's played a little narrow on the wider hand and been slightly crossing the head. Not by much though. But Gordo was playing the wide hand and staying on the pro side. It gives him a good coverage bowl. It gives him the ability to be a little bit more aggressive. Again,
it's in range.
Crossing the head on the wider hand. Pidge has just played a big bowl on his rink to take a shot out and give them 2 by the look of it. That's a better bowl by Gordo.
A bit wide and pushed down.
So Gordo will be looking for a super trail now to hide the jack and get numbers at the same time.
Tell you what.
Oh, that's very good result either way. Probably 2 and a measure.
It's looking that way, isn't it?
We've got a running shot coming in and a clear miss. Didn't go for the measure, so I believe it would be 2. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, 3-4.
Yeah, that's what's come up on the scoreboard. So we'll just adjust the scoreboard there for you folks. Well, that makes it definitely interesting now, and they're in striking distance. Good first up shot, just short, probably about 80 centimetres. Nice reply.
Yeah, it's a very good bowl by Nate there.
She's landing right on top.
Oh,
just to the advantage.
Very unlucky. Score for Thor and Johnny. They haven't been putting it up on the board.
No, and it's interesting that Brett and Gus have levelled scores at 3-3.
Looking at the colour of the bowls, I would think that Thor and Johnny are holding 2 at the moment, maybe 3.
Just having a look. Touch long.
Yep.
Again, they're still holding the advantage.
And Ronnie and Willow are holding 2 on this end, on their rink in ring 2.
Don't think all the scores have been put up there yet
Yeah,
as well.
unfortunately, not too many of them are using the scoreboard for us, so it's very hard to know what's going on other rinks at the moment. Whoops.
We'll keep that one for the Christmas tapes.
Yep. Yeah, that one can come out at the end of year presentation night. You enjoying the music, Stan?
Result coming in. He's just going to give it a clip.
Ooh. Oh, he's touched it, but it's still hanging.
So pretty important part of the game here. And what the result is here. Jeez, he's nailed it.
Oh, what a beautiful bowl.
He has nailed it. Yep, that's only one way out, and that'll be with pace.
Yeah, he needs to crack an egg because both those bowls are pretty well resting on the jack. Any crack, and then you've got the receiver just behind. Good try, good weight.
So a chance to consolidate here. Final bowl coming in.
Oh, I think that was a throwaway.
Yep. 1, 2,
So
3.
2. No, it's just a 2.
Just picked up 2.
Yeah, 2 fingers.
So it gives them a handy buffer there.
Yeah, that makes it 6-3 with the one end to go.
Choosing stage. We're coming up to Merv. We're coming up to the final end of most matches, I'd say. A lot of the scoreboards haven't been kept up to date at the moment.
Yeah, most of them are either just finishing their 5th end or already on their 6th. Looks like one game's finished over on rink 8.
Terry Doolan, yes, the Middle Park Sharks are feasting. I tell you what, about an end and a half ago they were just hanging in there for a tick because they had the boys coming at them. Just a bit narrow when cutting across.
Zeno struggled a little bit with this, Nate's struggled a bit with this rink coming back towards the clubhouse.
It's going to come in nice. Oh, no, was looking to come around, but just gave it the clip. Well released.
Is he giving it the grass this time?
It's coming in.
Oh.
So there's an opportunity here.
That makes it more interesting.
Just needs to get around, swing around. No.
Well, he may have made a second.
Catherine, it's 6 games they play, so 6 ends. Oh, sorry, 6 ends, 4 matches?
4 matches.
Yep,
Yeah.
sorry, 4 matches. So yes, it is 4 games, sorry.
Yeah, so it's a modified draw. Open draw for the first game. Then you go into 2 sections based on wins and losses for your second game. And then you're reshuffled again based on how you've gone after 2 games. And your 4 2-game winners will automatically be into the semi-finals. And your 8 that have won 1 and lost 1 are playing in another section to try and get their second win. And the 4 who unfortunately have not won their first 2, then trying to win their first one in their 3rd game. And then it's revised again for the 4th game.
It looks like the boys from the western suburbs have jumped out to a 1-shot lead. Just looking at the scoreboard there, they're probably one of the only ones that has been updated. They're out to a 4-3 lead at the moment.
After the 5 ends.
5 ends, so they're holding on.
And it looks like they're holding 1. Pidge is chasing his bowl down. And he's just made 2.
Plenty coming. It's going to be narrow, isn't it? Might get a clip. Yes, it'll cut it down to 1.
Just having a look at the Shannon game. And it's 4-3 after 4. Shannon O'Donnell versus Mackenzie Coram. So
also just looking at scores over at the Altona MCC match and seeing Altona out to a 37-31 lead, and that's on the 34th end. Troy's got a question. How will the live streaming work into the finals? Well, there's a choice of 2 in the semi, and there's only 1 grand final, so we'll get those in. Pidge and Gus holding.
Well, it's changed.
That has changed, hasn't it?
Yeah, so they're down on their head now.
They could be down 1, I'd say.
Pidge has got last bowl by the look of it. Oh, he's had a run at the head and gone between the bowl and the jack. I would think that it looks like they may have actually lost. Fleming and Payne may have. Yes, they have. Fleming and Payne have got through. So we've definitely got one
finish for
of our semi-finalists.
Coming in nicely, bit of weight as well. Probably just offset it there. So it'll be one shot, and that may be match.
Still one bowl to come.
Does he have to bowl it in?
Well, he needs 3 shots to a tie, so...
Yep. Correct. Sorry, I thought it was Zeno bowling, but no, it's Gordo.
So I'm just trying to see where he can put it. He has to drag it sideways and back about halfway between the white bowl and the red bowl to potentially get 3 for a tie.
I think we're going for the hand of God at the moment.
I think so.
Much to do for the third round, organisations-wise?
Well, look, we've got to put the scores in. It'll tell us where everybody's going to be playing.
So, last bowl of this match. We might quickly shoot onto the rink next door and see what's happening after there.
Yes.
So there's some weight here.
Oh, here comes a drive from Gornick. No. So Middle Park are definitely through as well now.
And
so 6-4 on that one.
so we'll take a conclusion there. We'll just quickly pan the cameras around.
And I'd say by the handshakes that Davidson and Arnold might have got through there. I'm just waiting for the Johnny O'Donnell match.
And that match looks over there as well. So it's all coming to an end quick. Ian's just gone off to correct some scores. We'll try and get some updates for you as they go along. Now, I can see Nicole just having her bowl. It's just coming in now. Again, if we just look over and swap channels, I see Altona has jumped out to a 40-31 lead, and that's after 35 ends. I tell you the match, main match on screen is Ferguson versus Mortimer, and that's currently at 8:14 after 9 ends. So great coverage there from Bolsvik of what's going on in Metro Pennant. Again, thanks to our sponsors here for BLK. Just remember there's an apparel sale at the moment. There's 20% off all BLKO items. And don't forget the biggest range of aero in Victoria here at the Dandenong Club shop. Try and pick up two screens there so they're in your view there. I can tell you Thor's just on the mat now, just releasing his bowl. His bowl will come into screen shortly. Now I'm just looking at this, that's just been updated and that's showing 4-5 after 5 ends. He may have the shot there. No, just short, falling short. Cole just looking at what options are there. Again, some scores popping up. Big weekend of bowls coming up, of course, down in the Mornings Peninsula. There's finals, and they'll kick off with all divisions. And then on Sunday's Champion of Champions finals for the region. The women's will be held at Hastings, and the men's held at Karingal at Skydome, and we'll televise proceedings down there, and what's sure to be some great matches. Thor's last bowl coming into screen now, just falling short. Other details coming through. We're just getting some updates of other rinks. Cuts in nicely there. So Thor coming up with his last bowl. I'd love to pan around and show you, but you'll get dizzy with the camera panning backwards and forwards. See that just coming into view now. How about we try it now? There it is. It's not a positive result. If expressions could tell you what's going on there at the moment. I don't think it's all positive there. So it looks fairly close. Right, the bowl coming in now. We'll see what eventuates. Some debate. And all down to one bowl. Might see the ref be called out here. Yep, umpire's been called out. some disruption going on there. Movement of balls. Let's see what's happening. Always takes a long time measuring, doesn't it? You think there'd be a foolproof way, but no, well. Ref just still waiting. So all matches have finished for round 2. Next measurement coming in. So, of course, if it be interesting if it does measure out. The score's currently showing 4-2 at the moment. Ref met on. Just looking to measure from the other end at the moment. Thought just having a look at probably directly opposite. Potentially there's 3 bowls in the equation. Still waiting. Very delicate process. Thor looking a bit edgy. We go to the 3rd bowl now. Well, still no decision. So we just chuck some effects mics on. So again, big delay here in the measure. Of course, the ref just looking for accuracy, especially over 3 bowls. The score's currently 4-2. It's a 3 bowl difference. Still waiting. Angela, by the look of it, and the reaction from Thor, I don't think it was looking his way. But by the look of it now, I think he's got through. So he looks pretty happy. So, and I'll just wait for an update on the scoreboard. So I'm suggesting they may have got through. Yep, and that looks to be the case. So, round 2 is complete. Boys and girls are just having a break as we jump into round 3. And there will be looking into the semi-final. Well, you heard it there, folks. So some matches coming up. We'll just quickly take a break, adjust the scoreboard, and we'll be back right with you in a short time. You're listening to RPPFM.
Everyone knows Australia has 4 big banks. But there's another big bank snapping at their heels. It's been around for over 160 years, has 1.9 million customers nationwide who bank in branch, online or with their mobile app, and is regularly voted one of Australia's most trusted brands. Who is this bank that has everyone's attention? Welcome to Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
Established in 1988, Progress Signs has been servicing the local community for 30 years. Located on the Mornington Peninsula, they are the #1 destination for all your signage needs, specialising in a variety of signage from vehicles to shop fronts, occasional and corporate events, short-term, long-term and everything in between. If it's signs you need, be it large or small, Progress Signs is the place to call. Available 24/7 at progress-signs.com.au or call the team on 5975 9188. Thinking signs? Think Progress Signs, a station sponsor.
Battery World now open in Mornington.
We know batteries. We know our 75 D23Ls from our DIN 65 LHs. And we know which is best for you. We have the range and a spark no one else can match because we live and breathe batteries, those beautiful boxes and cylinders that power our lives and our passions. That's why we're the batteryologists. We're Battery World.
Battery World Shop 1, 43 Mornington Tyre Road, Mornington.
Hello, I'm Roy Sanderson from RJ Sanderson and Associates. We have created a 10-step roadmap to recovery for businesses. To inquire or get a copy, go to our website rjsanderson.com.au.
A station sponsor.
Everyone knows Australia has 4 big banks. But there's another big bank snapping at their heels. It's been around for over 160 years, has 1.9 million customers nationwide who bank in branch, online or with their mobile app, and is regularly voted one of Australia's most trusted brands.
All right, folks, we've got a cracker of a match for you now, and it's coming up here on Rink 1. So hopefully Ian can join us very shortly. But we have...
you got it sent to you, did you?
Yes, so we were up and going. We had a chat with the boys, and we're just saying to the viewers at home and listeners, we've got a cracker of a match at the moment. So semi-final.
All right, we are in for a cracker of a semi-final.
Ian, you want to go through the both sides?
Yeah, so we've got Johnny Fleming and Payne versus Thor Shannon and Johnny O'Donnell.
All well-credentialed bowlers?
Extremely well-known and well-credentialed. So this is going to be one cracker of...
And I suppose what I'm looking forward to is more than likely the...
bit of fireworks too, I would think.
Fireworks, I suppose, some acrobatics.
Yeah.
And some, we'll see some imagination come too.
Well, Thor will give us the fireworks and Johnny will give us the acrobatics. Right, and they've... Yeah.
So it comes in nicely, just resting behind.
Yep. We've sent the band for a break just to give us a little bit of quiet for this game, hopefully.
Facebook and their copyright machine will be slowing down a bit now, so that's good. Both bowls are resting in behind.
They both come off rinks towards the middle, so...
Speed difference, anything?
A little bit.
Yep.
A little bit. I've found that the rink that to me is the hardest here is actually rink 2, and I think that's partly because when you come in, it's pretty well the closest one to where you can come down onto the green. So a lot of people would just go straight there as against walking across the green further towards rink 8.
Plenty of width there from Payne. It'll have to come in. And it's fallen short. Sorry, actually it's gone out long.
No, that's it. It's just gone past.
Just some emotions creeping
Johnny's
into
chasing it.
Again,
just hanging out a little bit. Just to let everybody know, the Thor Shannon game went to a measure to determine who came through from that, and it was a no-score end.
So 3 bowls involved, I saw.
3 bowls involved. So they eliminated one, and then the other 2, the umpires deemed a no-score end, so both of them were exactly the same distance from the jack. So the score remained the same, and they got through by 1 shot.
So Thor coming up now. Distinct.
Very distinct left-hander.
Yep. That curling motion around. And you just know it looks good, don't you? It's just a bit short, a bit narrow, but gee, and stayed in there a bit too.
Except when he plays an aggressive bowl, you know it's going to be very close.
Heaps of width on here. You'd have to say all left-handers have got a better technique than right-handers, wouldn't you?
They always look very nice out of the hand. Always elegant with their style, including, of course, Mr. Lester being the poster boy for left-handers.
The poster. Actually, he might agree with that, I think. he might have a brush in his hand at the same time.
I've played with Barry in Pennant before, and he is a very nice guy to be around, but yes, you can't share the bathroom with him.
We had an interview with him on Between the Bays Bowl Show, and it's got Phil Crowder got into him about some looks and all that, so appearance. So
David's put his hand up there for left-handers.
So Thor's final bowl coming in now.
Mr. Clark, that's because you've got a JD in the other hand.
And it's hanging in there. It's just holding.
Yeah, he's bowling with SRV, so they won't turn as much as a lot of the other bowls.
That's a brilliant shot there. His teammate loving that. So Fleming walking back now just to see what can transpire. Again, thanks to our sponsors at BLK and Aero. All obtainable from the shop here at Dandenong.
And buy your BLK gear and you get a discount.
20%. Needs the turn. Needs the turn.
Ooh. One shot by the look of it.
Yep,
yes.
So they'll take the one. I noticed that just the atmosphere was pretty casual rounds 1 and 2. It's bit of cash on the pedestal here. Just
yeah. So based on the draw, if you're on rink 1 and 2 now, you're automatically in a semi-final. So you're guaranteed a minimum of $800 prize money. Trying to play for the $3,000 first prize. And as you go down towards rink 8, it's basically indicates how many games you've won. So 3 through 6 have won 1 and lost 1, and then rinks 7 and 8. Unfortunately, at this stage, haven't won 1.
So we're at the completion of round 1. End 1.
Mm-hmm. So rink 2, which is the other 2-game winners, was Curran and Zeno from Middle Park, which we had on the show rink for the second game. And they're playing Davidson and Arnold from Dandenong Club. So that's going to be a very, very good game. And at the moment, on the crossover, Middle Park is holding 1 on the second end.
Chris Payne up on the mat now. Just a nice, gentle swing.
And it looks like Davison and Arnold got a 2-shot win on the first end. Johnny stalking it down the green, but I think it's going to be narrow.
They might get a clip on the one. No. So still a bowl there of Payne holding.
It's coming in all right.
Nice length there. Yep. It's going to assist.
And he gives himself 2.
It's very nice.
And on the second rink, Middle Park are holding 2 at the moment on the second end. Oh, Mr. Ash.
Yes.
Yes, it is me, Lockie. Oh, great. Absolute brilliant bowl on rink 2 there. They turn their head over from 2 down to 2 up. And Thor's just glided through, but he'll be looking for the
tee.
He's got the tee if it's killed, but he's also got the ability now to receive it if he cracks the egg, given the shot bowl as a resting toucher.
Geez, I tell you, Mr. Fleming's got on those bowls more swing than Colin Croft, I tell you.
Especially on the ditch side.
So he needs this to come in.
Mightn't have enough weight to be able to do what he wants.
It's holding, isn't it?
Wow.
That complicates things.
Beautiful
now.
second. I think he's just got to beat his own and hope that he can swing in underneath.
Geez, they're out wide. Well, defensive position there, I'd say.
I played Johnny down at Berwick, and he was bowling quite wide there on their grass greens. We've got our music back again. Todd's in two minds as to whether he's going to play aggressively at it or whether he's going to just crack the egg and turn it over based on his call. No, he's gone for the soft shot. See if he can just turn it over and get his own to receive.
So he's looking to push it down the line.
Just I don't know whether he's got the weight.
And it's cut in. It hasn't held.
No. Will he take the one and run?
could push that out, couldn't he? That's the direction at the moment.
Oh, he might be playing with a little bit more weight than I'm expecting to try and get the jack to move across to his own bowls, based on that call.
See what he does now.
He's definitely making sure he's got the weight.
And those bowls will turn in. Oh, he has got it too.
Oh,
Jeez.
wow.
Now, is that 3?
That probably is 3.
2. 3.
3. 3.
3.
What a brilliant bowl.
Well, that's what we wanted.
That's the quality of these 4 bowlers on show just there.
So a great comeback there. The boa constrictor comes out and gives it a bit of a push along.
It's amazing, all the animation, especially since they don't have ears to listen. I've actually seen one set of bowls where the logo was an ear, and the bowler who owned them thought that might help, but he came to the conclusion, no, they're deaf.
This is turning as well.
Yes.
It's just held a nice line there.
Yep.
He's got that little that bend there. 2 shots held there. There's a nice Ice House song that's played in the background. So we're looking for a score on rink 2.
Yeah. So far it looks like Dandenong Club are holding 3-0 after 2 ends, and the head was just disturbed, which gave them 2 shots so far.
So they're holding a couple.
So, yeah, holding a couple. So that would make it 5-0 after 3 if it stayed this way.
Full willingness to come in. Jeez. Very nice.
Yep. Even if it's not shot, it's in a great position.
Well, they're under pressure there.
Yes. The Middle Park boys have just drawn a cold near enough to a resting toucher to try and win this end and get on the scoreboard.
Just balancing up.
Yep.
The release is very nice. Just trying to get around. It's tracking very nicely at the moment. There it goes.
Yes, it's shot. Sitting jack high, so it gives him something to work with.
Is this a danger here, especially with the position of the tee?
Oh, look at this.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh. So it's only one down at the moment. Seeing some great quality bowls here. Guess what, folks? That's coming in as well.
Stalking it again. Looks like they're talking about maybe 1 or 2 metres of weight through their head to either take the jack back or the inside edge off Thor's last bowl and remove both bowls.
Jeez. Oh, what?
Exactly as he called it.
What?
Exactly as he called it.
So that's 3, potentially 4 there.
Yeah, probably is 4 actually. 3 orange plus the blue back bowl.
Again,
Thank you, Mr. Andrew Pye.
the tee's the go. He wants the tee. He misses that. So this could be a match
So that'd be
defining
4.
end.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens here.
Yep, 4.
4. Wow. It just it moved around a fair bit then in that end.
Yeah.
Various options. Wow, that's a big turn up there.
That's definitely the shot of the night so far off this rink.
And that's potentially for a spot in the final there. So completion of the third end. And that was 4.
Yes.
Wow, big call, big call. If we pop over to the Altona MCC match, I can tell you the score is 58 to 49 in favour of Altona. And that's after 51 ends.
Wow.
Just a reminder, everyone, that BLK have their apparel here at the Dandenong Club, and that's 20% off shop prices at the moment. And also Aero Bowls, Victoria's biggest stockist of Aero Bowls. Please come down to the Dandenong shop and have a look. So some changes on rink 2 we're seeing as well.
Yeah, it's Middle Park holding 3 shots by the look of it.
Could be a bit of weight, could be.
It's a little bit weighty.
Yes. So Team Shannon holding 2 at the moment. maybe one and a measure, actually.
One and a measure. Yeah, Johnny's back bowl be a measure with the blue front bowl.
Ring 2, we've seen mild change. So the boys from Dandenong are just holding shot at the moment.
Middle Park's holding the shot
Middle
there.
Park, sorry,
yeah.
That'll take shot there. Thor needs this on. It's coming around nicely. That's jarred. Yeah, drifting past.
One, Johnny O'Donnell calling one down.
Boys are having trouble hearing.
Well, given the scoreboard pressure, this is a pretty critical bowl.
So we're on the fourth end now. So if they definitely need to make a move here and probably pick up 2. But yeah, trailing 7-1 at the moment.
If he can move the jack back a little bit, then he could look for the orange bowl with his last. Oh.
Oh well, that gives him a start of 1. Do the Dandenong boys come in on the back end?
Well, everything's pretty well covered except for Thor's current bowl and the one of Johnny's behind the jack. So if they could split those, even if they dropped one, it still keeps them in a very strong position.
Here we go.
Going to cross, I think.
Jeez. Oh, he was hoping for a roll out there, but
Johnny thinks they've got one.
plenty of grass. Just needs to hole up, push to advantage. He's still thinking one.
Yep. So Thor got one shot there. So it makes it 7-2 after 4. just trying to work out who's actually 4 and who's 1 on rink 2.
The Middle Park boys aren't showing it at the moment.
They're neither, the 4 of them are so deep in concentration, nobody's really showing or giving any indication who's going well and who's not. Nate Zeno's just drawn a resting toucher with his second bowl.
So we're at the completion of the fourth end into the fifth. Team Shannon will have to do a fair bit of work to get back from here. Geez, nice from Chris Payne, very nice.
Well, it gives them 1 and hides the jack, which makes it just that much harder. The Middle Park boys are holding 2 on this one on the crossover.
Still a couple left. Other rinks are fairly even. We're looking at 4-3, 4-5, 2-4.
4 all. So in the battle of the 4 teams that haven't won a game after 2, we have it 4 all after 5 on 1. And the other one, they really haven't been keeping the scoreboard up to date, unfortunately. It's showing 1-2, but we're not sure how many ends. And for those, if any, from Barina watching, unfortunately, Richo hasn't won a game after the first 2, sorry.
It's coming in. Will it get around? It does. It does. Oh,
Ooh,
it just falls short.
Just short.
So the score at Altona is versus MCC is 60-50, and that's after 54 ends.
Seems to have been around that 10 shot mark most of the night.
As Chris Payne just popping it over the top there. Wow, seeing some movement on rink 2.
It's a bit hard to tell who's actually got the shot because there's one bowler on either side using orange bowls. So,
folks, if you just look to the left of your screen, you can see rink 2 just in the side of screen there.
So if that shot's any indication, then that means Middle Park's holding at least 1 with the blue and orange bowl.
Forward just clips and move back. So I think it's still Chris Payne's bowl still holding there.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Yeah. Wonderful receiving bowl, this one.
Just receive.
bit more aggression from Thor. No.
It's not the desired effect, is it?
No, he was trying to hit the blue bowl, which is shot, and hopefully pick it out of the head.
So coming into the 5th end now, and not really catching up numbers.
If this draws either first or second shot, then I think that's it.
I don't think he likes it. No.
Just the one. So it will make it 8-2. So they need a full count of 6 on the last end to have a tiebreaker. Otherwise, we have one of our first finalists.
So still no update from rink 2.
Trying to find the scores on rink 2, who's up and who's down.
But the boys from Dandenong jumping off first. Great reply from John O'Donnell. Falling short, just a bit narrow as well.
That's 2 to Johnny. They need all 6, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes.
Chris just punching. Might be a bit too deep. Might be some movement behind the head, just John stepping up. He's willing this on. As Ian pops back to the chair. Mr. Fleming returns, just guides it nicely, coming for a walk down to have a look. Plenty of width here, plenty. Nice weight. Weight. It's got an very nice. Well, that's 3. So they're in. They're currently holding 4, but sorry, a score of 4-6 at the moment. That's not going to help. Right. Again, nice correction there. The width is nice. It's coming in now nicely, so that's just looking, may cut it down as the last bowl comes in. Boys look pretty happy. And that'll be it. So the boys from Dandenong are through. Payne and Fleming defeating O'Donnell and Shannon. So as they just go through scoreboard there. So I believe the score ended up 8-3. So folks, with this music going, we're just going to take another message from a couple of our sponsors. Don't forget BLK and Aero, all supplied here at the Dandenong Club and the shop here. So please head down. We'll be back shortly. We'll just take a message from some of our sponsors and we'll be right back.
So Malakoota is surrounded by Crojinglong National Park, which is about 87,000 hectares, and it encompasses a range of vegetation communities and heaps of really unique flora and fauna species. Leading up to the fires, we had a lot of drought. Some moisture measurements were taken by DeWalt before the fires came through, and the moisture content was about the same as in the Mallee.
That year was really bad for bushfires. It was incredibly dry. We'd had drought for a few years, and of course, because of the dryness and the drought, we hadn't been able to do a lot of fuel management, so the bush was ready to explode. One of the things that impressed me straight after the fires was the way the community embraced the idea of setting up MADRA, which is the community-based organisation. And one of the things that made us feel that we could go with that idea was the fact that the Bendigo Bank came behind us immediately and offered its support, offered its financial advice. That was a huge relief.
Just come there and just get an update on ring 2. Bowl coming down. Dandenong get up. And we'll see a grand final shortly with two teams, the team of Payne and Fleming. Continue with our message as sponsor. Transpires over the next coming in. Keep you up to date on the consolation finals. See some points from Karingal on the wing at the moment. They're on pink 7.
The Mornington Peninsula Bowls region asks you to check out why lawn bowls in the Mornington Peninsula is just for you. It's fun, it's social, and it's affordable. That's right, it's fun, it's social, and it's easy to learn. There are over 25 bowls clubs on the Mornington Peninsula which offer free lessons and the free use of bowls. Get on the green now. Lawn bowls on the Mornington Peninsula is more than just a game. Station sponsor.
My name's David Allen. I'm the chairman of the board of the Karingal Bowls Club in Melbourne, Victoria.
I'm Philip Crowder. I'm the bowls operations manager at the Karingal Bowling Club, which is home to the wonderful Sky Dome. Well, I think it was David, if I can give David credit for that. We are actually on Sky Road, S-K-Y-E. So it's a play on the street name, Sky Road, as in Sky Domes.
We made the decision to go with a canopy because we want our members to be able to play bowls all year round. We want our working